Hi everyone, Liz Massengale here with the Massengale Group of KW in Nixon, Missouri. I'm here with my friend and cousin by marriage, Jenna. Jenna is coming to us today to talk about Relay for Life and the American Cancer Society. Jenna, tell us a little bit about what role you play with Relay for Life.
So I am an organizer for Relay for Life. I have worked with the American Cancer Society for over 10 years in different capacities. With Relay for Life, I have a team, of course, and then I also help organize the event itself.
Tell us about your first Relay for Life experience.
So my first Relay for Life, I really didn't know what was happening. I was roped into it through the company that I worked for at the time. And I took my 5-year-old son with me. About 9:30 at the event, there's something called the Luminaria ceremony where they light the bags in remembrance of those who've lost their fight against cancer, and all the lights go down. And so my 5-year-old at the time asked me what was happening. So we're standing there in this dark, solemn night, and people who'd been having crazy fun just a minute ago is now very silent and quiet, and there's fire. So I'm sure he was super confused. And in that silent moment, my 5-year-old looked up at me and lost his mind. He started wailing and crying, and it was so loud because it had been so quiet, and people's heads were turning. And as the torch walked by, we are supposed to fall in line behind the torch and walk a silent lap to remember those who fought the battle and lost. And I didn't know what else to do, so I picked up my 5-year-old as he's crying loudly and walked that silent lap with him, not being silent at all. And people looked at us like we were crazy. But what they didn't know is that 3 weeks before that, his beloved Papa Jim had been told that there was nothing that could be done to go home and to enjoy the last moments he had with his family. And Papa Jim didn't make it another 3 weeks after that event. And I've been a volunteer for Relay for Life ever since. After the lights came on and I calmed Ben down, I told him to look for the purple shirts, because everybody at Relay for Life who's a cancer survivor wears a purple shirt, and that's our hope for the future. Our hope is to have nothing but purple shirts and less bags to light every year.
So you and I both have experienced quite a bit of loss related to cancer. And I think the most recent statistic that I read was every 1 in 2 people is somehow directly or indirectly related or affected, I should say, by cancer. And so I can't imagine a person out there that would not feel compelled to help in some way because of a personal connection. And so during these Giving Tuesdays, what is a way that people can go ahead and say, you know, I want to do something, this is a cause I feel strongly about because this person in my family's been affected. What does that look like?
It's actually very easy. So Relay for Life was built on the people who have stories about cancer, because you have a story, I have a story, we all have these stories about cancer. And it's what gives us the fortitude and the strength to stand up and say that we've experienced this disease, but we won't take it anymore. And that's what Relay for Life is built on. Relay for Life is built on the hope for the future, and it's built by people who have that hope and who know that they can come together one night a year and fight against cancer by fundraising and putting money in the hands of the researchers who can look into microscopes and see why cells mutate the way they do, or who can figure out why things aren't going the way that they're supposed to, and why cancer exists and how to stop it. So that's what Relay for Life is. So the best way for you to give this Tuesday and this holiday season is to go to relayforlife.org and click on join an event. Put in your zip code, and our event is June 13th at Jordan Valley Park. It encompasses Southwest Missouri, so even though it's in Springfield, it does cover Christian County. So just join that relay, create a team, get your friends and family together, and come out in June to support this cause.
And you've got 6 months. So
that's 6 months.
That's the best part. So you got a New Year's resolution to make a difference. Here you go, right now. So
absolutely.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming, for sharing your heart, and for sharing your story with everyone out there. And hopefully they'll go to the website and they'll get their team started right away. So thank you again, and thank all of you. And I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season.
Merry Christmas.